Welcome back to the deep dive. So, if you're learning English, you probably know that, well, the really big hurdle isn't always just the words, right?
Mm, yeah.
It's keeping that momentum going, finding strategies, ways to practice that actually work and don't like take over your whole life.
Exactly. And it's easy to feel a bit swamped, isn't it? There's just so much stuff out there.
Totally.
But the source dialogue we're looking at today, it's great because it's short, it's simple, it kind of cuts through all that noise and gives us, what, maybe 5 or 6 really practical habits, high impact ones?
Right. And so our job today, our mission is to go beyond just saying, yeah, practice is good.
Hmm.
We want to unpack why these really simple sounding habits actually give such good results. We're
Hmm.
essentially taking this list of everyday things and connecting them to, well, the core ideas of learning. Things like immersion and active recall. What was the other?
Spaced repetition, probably.
Spaced
Yeah.
repetition. Exactly.
And that's the goal, really. These sources, they show you how to take something enjoyable, something you might do anyway, and turn it into structured learning, proper daily practice.
Making every minute count.
Yeah, maximizing that impact, getting you closer to actually speaking confidently.
Okay, so let's dig into this. Starting with the input side, getting the language in,
Yeah.
that's always the foundation.
Right.
And the dialogue jumps right into using entertainment. First thing mentioned, listening to English songs, but not just listening
No, the key is actively trying to sing along.
actively. Why is that little detail, the sing along part, so important?
Well, that's what turns it from just, background noise, something pleasant playing, into real practice.
Okay.
When you sing along, you're not just maybe picking up a word here or there. You're engaging with the rhythm, the flow, the music of English,
The prosody and intonation.
Exactly that. You're literally teaching your mouth how the sounds link together, where the stress falls in a sentence. It's physical.
Ah, so it's like motor learning, but for language rhythm. That makes sense.
Precisely.
And sticking with entertainment,
Yeah.
the conversation then shifts pretty quickly to movies. But again, there's a specific instruction attached.
Mm. The question comes up, do you watch English movies too?
And the answer is yes, but with a crucial addition.
With English subtitles. That's the game changer.
Okay, why English subtitles?
Yeah.
Why not subtitles in your own language, which might feel easier for understanding the plot?
That's a good question. Because using English subtitles creates this high fidelity immersion. It's doing two jobs at once.
Two jobs.
Yeah, you're getting the auditory comprehension, you're hearing the words being spoken naturally,
Right.
and at the same time, you're getting the visual reinforcement. You see the exact word spelled out, it links the sound to the text instantly.
Okay, so it tackles that disconnect, especially in English, where, let's face it, spelling and sound can be
Hmm.
unpredictable.
Wildly unpredictable sometimes. You hear a word like greed, READ. Is it present tense? I read books. Or past tense, I read that yesterday.
You don't know just from hearing it.
Not always. But seeing it written clarifies it, or the
Mm.
context does. The source specifically says subtitles help them understand new words. It builds that bridge.
Sound and spelling locked together. Okay,
Okay.
that makes sense for input. That's really solid, high leverage input, as you said.
Mm.
But then there's the big leap, isn't there? From understanding, from input
Mhm.
to actually speaking, the output.
Ah, yes. The frustrating bit for many learners.
Totally. You can follow a conversation perfectly, then it's your turn and nothing. Blank screen, brain freeze.
We've all been there.
So how do we fix that? How do we
Mm.
turn that passive knowledge into like active, effortless speech?
Yeah.
This brings us to the output strategies in the dialogue.
Right. And this is where it gets quite tactical, quite specific. They talk about making a commitment
To speak every day.
a little bit every single day. But the real insight, I think, is when this practice happens.
Right.
It's even when I'm alone.
Even when alone. That solves a huge problem, doesn't it? The logistics problem.
Absolutely. No need to find a practice partner, coordinate times, worry about feeling judged.
Yeah, the fear of making mistakes in front of someone.
Gone. Or at least reduce. And then they mentioned that very specific, maybe slightly awkward sounding technique,
Talking to the mirror.
talking to a mirror.
Okay, I got to jump in here. Does that does that actually work?
Yeah.
Doesn't it feel a bit silly? Surely practicing with I don't know, a real person, even an AI chatbot these days, is better than just talking to your reflection.
It's a fair point. It sounds a bit odd, maybe, but think about why it works. It's not just about practicing conversation flow.
Right.
The source gives us the clue. It says it's a great way to practice pronunciation.
Ah, pronunciation specifically.
Yes, and pronunciation is physical. It's about muscle movements, your tongue, your lips, your jaw.
Right.
So, say you're learning a sound that doesn't exist in your first language, like the English "boo." That can be really tricky. The mirror gives you immediate, direct visual feedback. Is your tongue actually between your teeth like it should be? You can see it.
So you're checking the mechanics, literally watching yourself make the sound.
Exactly. You're building the muscle memory for sounds that might feel completely foreign at first. It's physical training for your mouth.
Okay, that makes more sense than just having a chat with the mirror.
And there's another layer too. By doing it daily, even alone, you're practicing retrieval, pulling words and grammar out of your brain. Active recall.
Low stakes active recall.
Very low stakes. And you're also just getting used to the act of speaking English out loud. It reduces that psychological barrier, that anxiety.
So when you do talk to someone, it feels less scary. The muscles are warmed up, the brain's practice producing.
Precisely. It's a vital bridge from just understanding to actually fluently speaking.
Okay, so we've got input the fuel
Mm.
from songs and movies with subtitles,
Yeah.
and we've got output the engine, practice daily,
Hmm.
even solo with the mirror. So if input is the water and output is the pump, what about keeping the whole system running smoothly? The maintenance. That seems to bring us to the tools.
Yes, the supporting tool set. And the dialogue is clear on this too.
Using an app.
Specifically, an app to learn new words daily.
Right. And this feels like where structure comes in, doesn't it?
Exactly. You've got the broad, contextual learning from movies and music. That's the breadth.
Yeah. Seeing words used naturally.
But the app gives you focused, targeted practice. That's the depth. It's about efficiency for vocabulary building.
How so? More efficient than just hoping you remember words from movies.
Well, yes, because most good vocabulary apps use spaced repetition system,
Mhm.
SRS.
Ah, spaced repetition again. Explain that quickly.
Basically, the app tracks when you learn a word and then schedules reviews for you right before you're statistically likely to forget it.
Okay, so it prompts you at the perfect moment.
Yeah, forcing you to recall it actively. It's incredibly efficient for moving words from your short term memory into your long term memory, much more so than just encountering them randomly.
So, say you learn, I don't know, ubiquitous from a movie dialogue.
Right.
The app makes sure you don't just forget ubiquitous a week later because it forces you to remember it, maybe out of context, a few times over the next days and weeks.
Exactly. It's that structured effort layered onto the more fun, fluid learning from entertainment.
That combination seems powerful.
And it all ties back to that core idea mentioned right at the end of their exchange.
Practice makes perfect.
Practice makes perfect. It's not really about any single one of these tricks, is it? It's the rhythm, it's the consistency.
That cycle.
Yes, consistent input, consistent solo output practice, consistent vocabulary work that creates this really robust learning cycle that feeds itself.
Okay, so boiling it all down for someone listening who's maybe busy, feeling overwhelmed,
Yeah.
what are the absolute core takeaways, the action plan?
Well, first, make your fun time work harder. Watch movies, listen to songs, fine. But always use those English subtitles. Link the sound and the text.
Got it. Number one, subtitles.
Number two, commit to speaking every day, even if it's just for a few minutes, and even if it's just to yourself. Use that mirror to nail the pronunciation mechanics. Build the muscle memory.
Daily solo speaking, check pronunciation.
Okay. And third, add that layer of structure. Use a dedicated vocabulary app daily. Leverage that power of spaced repetition to make new words actually stick.
Input, output, structure,
And,
entertainment, solo practice, apps.
and underlying all of it, that final agreement they make in the dialogue. Let's speak in English every day.
The consistency.
That's the engine. That commitment turns these simple tactics into habits that really move the needle. You're shifting it from a chore to just part of your day.
That's really practical. It feels achievable. We're moving from just like consuming English to actively engineering your own fluency.
Well put.
But okay, let's wrap up with a final thought, something to chew on. It strikes me that the most powerful actions here, the mirror work, the solo speaking, even the daily app check in, they're all solitary.
Yes. They rely entirely on personal discipline.
Right. It's easy to feel motivated in a classroom or with a conversation partner, maybe. But this stuff, this is about you and yourself.
Internal motivation, that's what keeps you going long term.
Exactly. So here's a challenge for you listening. These strategies work, but they hinge on your own self motivation, your personal accountability.
Mhm.
How can you take these solitary actions, talking to the mirror, committing to that app, and turn them into absolutely non negotiable habits, like brushing your teeth?
Yeah.
How do you build that internal accountability, that promise to yourself to actually make practice perfect, especially when no one else is checking